17 after 2 right here on the hottest station. Let's jump into the Superstars Cafe.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar.
Superstars Cafe on the TXO.
If you are
Star FM.
Sounding good all the time.
In the building today, we've got a gentleman known as Prince Albert, a talented Zimbabwean actor, entrepreneur, and one of the founders of the Glam Awards, where he was also a director. He's known for his role as Tendai in the hit series Wadiwa Wepamoyo, and for recognizing young talent through the Glam Awards, and part of the peeps who brought you Peggy the movie. Please welcome none other than Prince Albert Takudzwa Chigia.
Yes, sir.
How you
What's
doing,
up?
my guy? What's happening?
I'm reborn.
You good? You good? You good?
This also.
This also.
Yeah.
Pipe ongosika batike.
Ndauya ndapera. Ndauya ndapera. Ndatsika pati ndapera manje.
But I guess, you know, because of COVID, logistics and everything moving about was crazy. Yeah.
Definitely. It was not good.
It was not. It was not. We don't want a repeat of that.
Yeah.
But share us your experience working on Wadiwa Wepamoyo and what inspired you there.
Okay, so on Wadiwa Wepamoyo, what actually happened was it was written way back, I think in 2017 or 18.
Usadaro.
So, you know, my producer pa Wadiwa Wepamoyo akangwara akabona kuti no hapana vanhu vari kuita anything pa lockdown. That's when they released the series,
Yeah.
of which I wasn't in the original cast.
Uh-huh.
The reason why I came on Wadiwa Wepamoyo was the casting directors vaitry kutsvaka munhu anosota vanhu. Kanchiti kusota, it's like not kusota kuti haugoni kuactor,
But
your
I
aura
your,
and
your,
your attitude.
your personality.
The person, they wanted someone who has such a bad, like a cocky personality.
A horrible
Because,
person.
You know, most people, Nanas, I think, want to think maybe Joshua Diri, but it's not.
Like King Joffrey on Game of Thrones.
Exactly. I saw on
Everyone
Twitter,
hates him.
I was being compared to King Joffrey and that other guy on Money Heist, the one who betrayed people.
Yes,
And
yes.
people were trying to compare us, you know, and I was like, that is not my character.
That
You
is not
understand?
me.
I was just trying to, you know, step in the character for the movie.
Exactly.
Not so. We came, we shot it. I think my first episode we actually shot it with a phone, if I'm not mistaken, because we couldn't go to the rental company that was giving us the cameras.
Wow.
So we used
Alright.
my phone to actually shoot the entrance scene that you see
You
me
get it funny.
on. I think it was a Redmi, if I'm not mistaken. But it was good. You'll never guess that.
You'll
is
never
a
guess
point
that, yeah.
that shot, because the director just called me and said, you know what, I need you to send me just like 5 seconds of a video clip saying this kind of line, so and so. I didn't even know it was Wadiwa Wepamoyo. And then tomorrow was like, okay, we're shooting you. We are doing. You are the one who's going to come through on this part, you know. And it was like my first role, like my first big role, and that's what I'm in production. That is like, and when we were doing it, we just thought, you know, maybe we can do something for lockdown. People might enjoy it. Only to go to Green Cross, nikatadza kutenga chingwa vanhu vachitora bhebhi remunhu kuita seko. It was not good.
Hauna kurohwe.
No, I actually had a scuffle with some guys in some club because I think anga drinks and vanhu vangu vakudhipisa nemoyo. They were failing to separate the character from the person, you know.
I
And
get,
like,
yeah, people fail to do that, especially when you're really.
exactly.
Come
People were
out as
really-
a-
even my mother was like, why did you do that? And I'm like, do what?
Do what?
Do what?
There's nothing that I didn't do
I
there.
did not do anything.
What
you
you
know.
show there someone else?
Vanhu vanogona kusendera mamessage ona maive kuchechi vari
Kuti mwana
kuzoti-
weku-
you know, so, but
Zviri kuita vangu
it
vachisema
came out
izvi.
very well. It came out very well.
Yeah, indeed. So, how do you see the Zimbabwean entertainment industry evolving? I mean, that whole thing with lockdown, COVID, it evolved a lot of things. A lot of things
Definitely,
changed.
definitely.
What have you seen now?
I think, you know, it's still in its infant stage. You know, I know that YouTube and Facebook and all these things have liberalized the digital space. You can actually create your own content. You don't have to rely with mainstream media such as the
True.
television. But I think we're still in the infant stage because and one of the problems that I've discovered in entertainment, I won't talk about music. I don't know anything about music. In entertainment, when I'm talking about films, right? In Zimbabwe, there is, I'm going to say something that most people are going to say, there's a pandemic amongst kids, understand? Which are good. I know that on mosquito trauma is nice and it, but it has very serious adverse effects on the audience because when you try now to do, if you watch Peggy, we did the documentary of how we filmed it. That's a real production.
Yeah.
Right? That's why people keep asking me, what do you have my season 3? No, this is not a phone that you can point at someone and say, let's do this right now and publish it.
It's
next
not.
week.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real production. Right? And I would like to think that Zimbabweans don't think that we want to make films just for Zimbabwe. We want international standards, right? We also want a lot of actors from other countries to come in here, we collaborate. Because I always think with the competition only happens at the bottom. People at the top collaborate. They don't have time to compete.
They don't
with
have
anyone.
time to compete.
You understand? So I think if we get together as filmmakers, right? As filmmakers, and I believe good it's possible in Zimbabwe to get paid $100,000 for a role. But the people with the money, we haven't convinced them enough that we are worth giving $1 million to do a movie. It's not that we don't have any sponsorship in Zimbabwe for saying good country not going to film. It's not that they can't do it.
A car chase.
Yes.
Car chase.
It's not that kind of efforts and say type helicopter, they'll say no. No. It's because we as the film creators have not yet convinced them that we are worth it to have the road closed. You understand? So I still think that we have a long way to go, and I want to tell people I think last ndavunzwa nawo nosvika 10 ndichifamba mutaunda handiti tikangosaka ndiri kusazvese zvatinekabada you know, we need time, guys, because there's a difference between art and rushed effort. You understand? We create art. If you watch Peggy, we won, I think, 3 European film festivals with that one. Awards. It's art, you understand? It's an international film festival, but we won, but we're in Zimbabwe. That is done through a lot of stuff, you understand? Because I feel like Vanu audience yedu haichanzwisise kuti mamovha anogadzira sei, because you know, when we used to watch Studio 263, we know that was a real production. You know, we would wait every day at 7:30 because we know that is coming, and the guys right to that we are making it this way, and that way. But now a place I can go outside there, make some funny video and get 100,000 views in 20 minutes, which is very good, right? But the mindset of the audience shifts now, because they would now assume that those need come production is like a movie, not Mangwana. That is not how
That's not how it works.
You know?
It's not. Actually, we had a lady here, I've forgotten her name, but she was saying, you know, when you put together a script and you say, I've written my script, my idea,
Yes.
it may even take, in Hollywood, it may even take 7 years
Or 10.
or 10,
Or 10 years.
before
You know,
your script is put on the table.
When The
right.
Rock came up with Black Adam, it took him 15 years to get that movie.
Yeah.
50. He started pursuing it when he was doing a movie called The Rundown. If you still remember,
I
that
remember
was,
The Rundown.
That,
That
was
was
The
way back.
Rock's
Oh.
best role ever.
Oh, that was
because I
beautiful.
feel like now The Rock, we just watch The Rock. When
Yeah. And now it's
just
our-
The Rock.
we're now
And
just
yeah,
watching the
but
brand,
Yeah,
but-
but on The Rundown, that's his best
Oh,
role ever. And he was
that was a
pursuing because he
brilliant
wanted
movie.
also to be a superhero. You know, in Hollywood, superhero business is big
It's
money.
money,
big.
money.
You know,
It's just like Ryan with the whatchamacallit?
Deadpool.
With Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's,
He
how
pursued a
he
lot.
pursued.
You know that it took Ryan Reynolds 27 years to get him and Wolverine on one movie, because we last saw them on X-Men Origins,
On X-Men
right?
Origins,
Yeah.
And that was and it took him a lot, because there is a lot of things that goes on. Let me give you an example so that people understand how the movie industry works. If you remember Spider-Man, we all know Spider-Man, right? And then Spider-Man became an Avenger, I think, on Avengers Infinity War, right?
No, Civil War.
On Civil War, right? That's when but you need to understand that Spider-Man does not belong to Marvel, right? Spider-Man belongs to Fox, right? So for him to come from Fox
To
right
Marvel.
to Marvel,
Marvel.
it took almost 50 years for that to happen, because you know Fox the Fox people were told to tenga my characters Marvel for just 10 million. I think it was back in 2006, and then they said no one watches Iron Man or Thor, and they only took Spider-Man. That's why even if you watch Spider-Man movies, they don't start by saying Marvel. They say Fox or 20th in association with. The amount of bureaucracy that it takes to get that person there is what I want the audience to understand when you ask me what you are a boy. There's a lot of things that will happen for you to see my face on YouTube on that channel. It will be something else, trust me.
Prince Albert coming through. He, of course, you know him from the hit series Wadiwa We Pamoyo, and he's in the studio just explaining his insights on the movie industry and what it takes. And I hope you're beginning to understand and appreciate what creatives in this particular industry, directors, and all the people behind the scenes, what goes on before you actually see something on the silver screen or the big screen. Yeah.
There's a message I'm laughing at here. And the things we say, yeah,
No, guys,
That
you know what?
is easy,
I
please.
know that is even to me. You know, I don't. I'm still funny,
Yeah.
but I think the studio 263 and Wadio Opamo. So I understand
Yeah.
that even if we try to film it after 10 years,
Yeah.
I think
the
it's
Zimbabweans
also
will still be waiting for it, right?
Yeah.
But in that also, I need people to understand what happens behind the scenes for us to come on that YouTube channel. You understand? There's a lot. Someone might even say an actor, oh, I think this time Dinemari Choma per episode. You understand? And then they refuse to come to set.
Yeah.
If I get replaced today on Wadiwa Pamoy and then they bring someone else as Tendai, the numbers won't do as much as they do because people will be like, wait, they might hate me on the series, but they will still want to see that,
They want to
arrogant person.
The villain,
The
as long as the
villain.
villain killed it,
Killed it.
you've got a problem. That's why
Exactly.
it's hard.
It's hard to replace that person.
That person is hard.
imagine
very hard.
Imagine replacing Joker.
That is,
Heath-
wait.
Heath Ledger, may
Heath
his soul
Ledger
rest
is
in
the
peace.
best Joker
That
ever.
is-
They tried it with Joaquin Phoenix.
Nah, it didn't work,
What were
bruh.
they trying to do
I
with
don't
Jared Leto?
know.
I almost
It didn't
laughed.
work, bruh.
It didn't work.
Ah,
'cause
it didn't
Heath
work.
was like
Jared Leto, they should have made him the Riddler, something else,
Exactly.
not
the Joker.
No,
No. And
that
that
wouldn't work.
Joaquin Phoenix is too, I think, psycho downstairs
Yeah.
to portray what Heath did. with
No,
that.
no.
I
No.
think for me, they would
don't-
never make another
Brain
casting.
Zaga is not.
It's not good because you know he's just weird. Even when he received that Oscar, he was just like, "Thank you." I was like, "What is he doing? Does he still think that he's still on set?"
Well,
you know, but
I guess Heath would have been worse.
imagine it would have been worse.
So, when it comes to the Glam Awards, what are some of the things you enjoyed or experienced with that as well?
The Glamour Awards were my brainchild, actually. And most people don't know this, but I actually started the Glamour Awards to impress a girl at MSU. I'm telling you. I am telling you. It all happened, but do you know what I did? So there was this girl. She was always talking about, you know what? I used to go to this high school. We were still, I think, my 1-1. I used to go to high school. You know, they had these dances. Power. There's no chichi. So I went on Instagram and created that page, the Glamour Awards, right? And I started telling her that, you know what, we're invited to this show. And the problem now came when it came to going to the show because it was not manifesting. And just by sheer luck, Edgar Guerrero called me. I was like, yo, we saw that you're doing an award show. Do you want money to do it? And I was like, yes, of course, I want money. That's how the Glamour Awards started. But we had a good time. We had a good run. I think one of the reasons why we stopped doing the Glamour Awards was also because of the audience. Because you know, when you're creating those shows, you create it for the audience, right? Award shows are very important. You understand? I know that here you have the Star FM Music Awards. I've been there once myself, right? Award shows are very important, but I feel like most Zimbabweans don't understand what award shows stand for.
Yeah.
You understand? They think that, you know what, I just woke up today, let me create an award show. And I think that the National Arts Council should do a lot to regularize all this because award. I saw some funny award show on Facebook last year and they were claiming to be the Glamour Awards and I was actually cold and I was like, what are you back? Are you guys doing it again? And I was like, no. No. Look at even the categories. That is not an award show. You understand? And I feel like people should understand what an award show is. It's a value first. Do you know that the reason why most people like that Best Actor award at the Oscars is because it's like a resume. You don't audition. When you're Denzel Washington last auditioned 30 years ago.
Yeah.
If you're an Oscar award winner, your pay
they just
increases.
call
Everything about you.
Exponentially.
They just call you,
it's-
Baba.
I can't even
You now
begin
wait
to
for
explain
calls.
to you. You no go straight or reject that. Oh, I don't test payment. Iowa. 20 million. No. Do you understand? So for that to happen, the audience has to take the award show seriously. You understand? It doesn't have to. People have to respect it. You understand? And I want to tell you today, because I know most people ask you, oh, when they're my Grammy, they don't get money. People, even one what you are not nominated, there are a very few award shows where people actually get money. You understand? But most award shows are created based on the fact that it's like a CV, right? If I pick you as DJ Mox as the best DJ in Africa, Samsung will come and you tell them that I want 20 million, or don't worry, I will go to Techno if you don't want. You understand? so I feel like with the Glamour Awards, we did a very good job. We were trying to stage a comeback last year, but then I tried to put a pause on it because some of the sponsors, we had gotten a very big sponsor from South Africa. They were willing to pour in, substantial funds so that we can change our appearance, we change the way we do things. But the one that I enjoyed the most was the MSU Glamour Awards, because we did one for everybody, all the youth in Zimbabwe, and we also did it for students at MSU. That was the hot one. That was the hot one. Even opa orientation one, right? Glamour with Warini.
So you should bring them back.
You should bring them
You
back.
should bring them
And
back.
I remember
Baba.
the chaplain calling me. I was like, calendar by e-learning. Orientation so far. Then I've with Warini.
You know,
But yeah.
for the first time, I've only asked you, like, this is the first interview ever I've only asked, like, two
questions.
two questions, and it's been a whole conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm now even out of time, you know.
Yeah.
This guy loves to really share information.
You can feel
give to
the-
the gap. I can feel the
yes,
great energy. I love it. If you were cast as a superhero,
Uh-huh.
what would your superpower be, and how would you use it?
Mind control.
Mind control.
Yes.
Professor
I would be
X.
Druid.
Professor
Well,
Xavier.
not Professor X. Professor X is not. If you've watched Eternals, there's a guy called Druid.
Yeah.
Who stopped all the war by in 1 second? Yes, people had dropped their guns and hugging each other. I think that is the greatest superpower ever. Because if you can control what people can do, I think you'll be like in a god level.
God level,
I
yeah.
think if I was cast as a superhero, definitely I would want to have mind control. Zvokuti ndozoshandisira kutozo.
Shewe, just I would love to know yours. What would yours be?
I have a lot.
Hey, what you got out of one?
Tipe one.
Tipe one.
Invisibility.
Invisibility.
What would you use it for?
Mbava idzi.
I would unenge uri pa-ATM yaripo panext yachiona password yako wozogona kuti
Bara
withdraw
Vanhu vanopera kuenda
vanhu
kwamadzibaba.
vanopera kuenda madzimaba kuti vakumana chichi kuitika
Mari yako bvutwa.
What would be your superpower?
Irini.
Yeah. Because you asked me.
Noita saWolverine. Pana vanhu vanombobaya baya.
Wolverine has got, actually, people don't understand, but Wolverine has got a lot of power.
Yeah,
Besides the claws, he has regenerative ability.
exactly. He doesn't
He
age
heals
easily.
very
Yeah.
fast. He does not age. He has super hearing. You know, he can hear things. Kana zviri kuchitungwisa when he's here if he focuses. But he-
Chingondinyewo.
ndakanonoka padhope makuita sei
I'll call Grandpan.
Right. So, what Tendai from the hit series Wadiwa Pamoyo in the building, man. Today, we need a part 2 of this interview. We need a part 2.
Definitely.
Especially
There's a lot to share.
as you get closer and closer to the day, we need to have you on.
Definitely.
When something's about to pop up, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we have to have you coming through and talking to us again.
No problem.
Prince Albert,
Yes, sir.
that's what we call him here. So, where can people check you out on social? What's next?
Okay.
What's going on?
So right now, I would really love for people to watch our new movie. It's no longer new. Yakabuda, I think 2 months ago, we got 3 European Film Festival Awards, including Best Script and Best Actress.
Shout out to Jonathan.
Yes, shout out to Jonathan. So definitely, please check the movie out. You can check me out. I'm on Instagram as at The Real Prince Albert. You know, The Real Prince Albert. That's Prince Al on Facebook, and also at The Real Prince Al on TikTok. We can hit me up. Let's interact. I really love Anoneta music because, you know, with music videos, I get to also show my talents, you know, because it's more like acting when you're in a music video. So if you want me, kana uda kuona kuti hora dzinobuda pavidhiyo ndifonere uone zvinoitika.
Hanzi neamwe takutodzokera unoidzokorodza
Vakuda kutoidzokorodza. Yeah,
Another
so
day
for
idzokorodza
now,
futi.
we are gonna, I think by November, we'll release my first film that I directed. It's called All Things Go.
All things go.
Yes, it's called All Things Go. It's just tries to explore, you know, the impact of social media on new marriages, you know, and how it affects teach me chitika. But you know, because I don't understand. How can you sleep next to someone but you don't know their password? You understand? So it's the movie is really gonna go deep into that. So that I would love for people to watch that movie and keep supporting us, guys. And I always love new ideas. If you have an idea, come let's work together. Maybe you have an idea for a movie in your head or a script.
I have an idea for this man.
You have an idea for DJ Box.
A real father box movie.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Keep supporting us, guys.
Albert Takuzwe, thank you so much for coming through today.
No,
really
but,
appreciate
I
it.
know that it's International Girlfriends Day today,
Yeah.
and I just want to say so that people know. International Girlfriends Day is for women. It's about sisterhood, and it's not Varunwa Rupinda Papina because I saw that social media is awash, right? So don't worry, can always expect a rose from Facebook on it. I brought roses for every woman here.
It's Star
You
FM.
can just pick them
This
up.
guy
at the
just makes us
reception.
look bad.
So if you don't receive flowers, but I'm going to cigarette.
Guys, I brought roses for every girl here. Please pick it up at the reception. Courtesy of Prince Albert, myself. Don't hate me, guys. I know my flowers are not good. It's really cool. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Superstars Cafe.